Yesterday, we talked about the fact that some House Republicans are proposing Donald Trump to be the next Speaker of the House. And the Constitution technically doesn't stipulate that it has to be someone in the House of Representatives. So that could happen constitutionally. I'm going to talk about why that couldn't happen according to Republicans' own rules when it comes to the House, but we'll get to that in a little bit. And when I talked about that yesterday, I thought it was sort of lighthearted. And this wouldn't be something we have to hear a whole lot about. But the discussion continues. Very strange. So bonkers. What the heck is going on with American politics? Marjorie Greene went on Alex Jones's show, which just that act shows you a lot about Marjorie Taylor Greene. And as you can imagine, it didn't go well. She's very passionate about this and wants the Alex Jones viewers and Republicans generally to get Donald Trump to be Speaker of the House. My goodness. So crazy. Here we go.
Who are you supporting? I know you're supporting Trump. Do you think he'll accept that commission?
I think President Trump would accept it. I do. And I think it would be on an interim basis. And I think it would be the greatest thing that could happen because Washington, D.C. constantly is fighting against President Trump. This is the epicenter of globalism. This is where the communist layer exists, is in Washington, D.C. And they could probably not even imagine President Trump being Speaker of the House, but that's exactly who should be Speaker of the House right now. And I'll tell you why, Alex.
What do we do to make that happen?
Everybody needs to call in.
What do we do to make that happen? This is serious, apparently. What a disaster. We talked about earlier in today's show, Republicans are so embarrassed by this whole debacle. They look so unserious. Americans are just confused as to what are they doing? Get to work. This is completely unproductive. And the solution is make Trump the Speaker of the House.
And to every single representative in Congress, every single Republican, because you want to know something, Alex? All the voters voted for the representatives that I work with here. And President Trump, if they're a Republican, very likely endorsed their Republican representative. And that means that they won their election with the help of President Trump. Well, it's time to come back and it's time to help President Trump. We need to make him Speaker of the House for an interim time period so that we can right the ship and we can actually do the right thing in the House of Representatives.
And imagine that message. So we're putting on screen house.gov/representatives. It has all the phone numbers to all your congresspeople, particularly Republicans. And imagine the image while they've demonized him and attacked him. He's got the gavel for 6 months. It's got to happen. And I know he was trying to be nice.
Alex, it sends a message. Just maybe not the message you'd hope that it sends. I will say, it's a confusing thing for me, figuring out where I stand on this. Because if they made Trump Speaker of the House, I think that would seal the deal in 2024 for a blue wave. I really do. So in that sense, it's good. And also, there would be no chance of the government functioning correctly. And I want the government to function. But if Jim Jordan's the Speaker, would it function any better? That's the question. But as one of our articles at lukebeasleshow.com/news points out, moreover, as lawlessness and chaotic as it may seem, the 118th Congress has in fact passed many critical procedural rules. As one congressman has already reminded Sean Hannity on Twitter, one of them, Rule 26A, forbids someone from serving in congressional leadership if under felony indictment. And of course, Trump is under multiple felony indictments. So I'm sure because of how passionate people like Marjorie Greene and others are about this prospect, they would change those rules to make it to where Trump could serve. But right now, their own procedural rules, their own rules package says Trump couldn't be in-house leadership. Speaker of the House is, of course, in-house leadership. He's under felony indictment. But again, if they're cuckoo enough to make Trump the Speaker, I'm sure they're cuckoo enough to change their own rules for that outcome. Eric Trump appeared on Newsmax, by the way, to promote this idea as well.
Before I let you go, your dad's name's been floated for Speaker. Would he take it? Is he motioning for it? Come on. I mean, personally, I think it'd be the coolest damn thing in the entire world. You know, I would make sure he got a bigger gavel than the small little one that they have. Like, I think Trump needs like you could make it. You're a good craftsman, like a huge gavel. But honestly, I think he would bring the party together in a great way.
So again, I will continue to repeat. While Joe Biden has been rolling out more student loan relief in recent days, and the process of Medicare negotiating drug prices is now starting to play out, being implemented, the conversation about the size of the gavel of Trump if he were speaker is the discussion on that side. It's nonsense, it's ridiculous, and hopefully that is reflected in the 2024 election results. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show and get a bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership, and there's a link in the description.